It's just a matter of time until over 60 racing cars set off to attack the circuit just 24 hours to Mons at Le Mans this weekend for 2 trips around the clock. So we thought it's time to gather everything you need to know about this year's event, from the start time, who's competing, and where to watch. Just for those slightly less initiated, the 24 Hours de Le Mans is an endurance motor race based in the Jura region of central France. It's been running since 1923 and in its current form sees up to 61 cars in 4 different classes race for a full day around the circuit in part of ordinary public roads. It's also part of the World Endurance Championship and will be the third round of the 2022 Championships. Double points are on offer to all WEC cars at the end of the race, so finishing positions at the start can make or break your season. There are 4 classes at Le Mans 22 in line with those that race in WEC. At the top of the main class expected to challenge for victory is Le Mans Hypercar LMH class. For the LMH this year is a transition year with only 3 manufacturers taking part, while we await a large influx arriving in 2023. 4 of those cars in the class are built to the latest LMH regulations, a pair of Toyotas GRO 110s and 2 Gilkhouses SCG 07s, while the 5th car in the class is an old Rebellion LMP1 car racing under the Alpine banner. The car in the LMH class are based to ensure competitiveness through a complex balance of performance system involving weight changes and power restrictions. To add more intrigue into the mix, the Toyotas are hybrids running a 4-wheel drive system. The second class is LMP2, a lower level of prototype racers and reasonably close to spec series. 26 of the 27 cars in this class are Ricas 07s with a single Ligier racing for CD Sport in the mix. There are actually 4 allowed LMP2 chassis, all running an identical Gibson V8 engine, but the Orica quickly proved to be the fastest, and those running the Lara Riley Ligier chassis mostly dropped them soon after the introduction of the latest regs. The final 2 classes are road car based with GTE Pro and GTE AM, both racing silver machinery. GTE Pro races with the latest machinery and the driver of the top level pros, while GTE AM uses slightly older cars with each car requiring 1 bronze and another bronze or silver rated driver. In the Pro category, Ferrari 488 and Porsche 911s will be joined by Corvette C8Rs, while the AM class, the Ferrari and the Porsches race against Aston Martin Vantages. As usual, the entry list is somewhat of who's in motorsport. Ex-F1 drivers, this is the grid with Kamui Kobayashi, Sebastian Buemi and Brendan Hartley all racing LMH with Toyota. Also in LMH, Roman Dumas, as well as IndyCar race winners Ryan Briscoe and Mike Conway. There are former stars in LMP2 Category 2, including Robert Kubica, Esteban Gutierrez, Sebastian Bourdais, Felipe Nasser, Will Stevens. Other star drivers include Alex Brundle, Alex Lynn, Antonio Felix da Costa, Sofia Flörsch and Pietro Fittipaldi. Meanwhile, 7-time WRC champion Sebastian Ogier makes his Le Mans debut. The star drivers aren't just clustered in the prototype category though. Nick Tandy, James Collado, Alex Sims, Sam Bird and Shane Van Gisbergen all racing the GTE Pro, while pro jumping into the GTE class include Nick Cassidy, Rena van der Zayde, Giancarlo Fisichella. Alongside them, racing a Porsche 911 for his Le Mans debut will be Hollywood star Michael Fassbinder. This year, the race takes place on the weekend of the 11th to 12th of June, but the event is much more than just a weekend. Scrutineering took place in the city of Le Mans this past weekend on the 4th of June before the test day on the 5th. The practice and qualifying sessions begin on Wednesday 8th of June. The majority of the grid will be set on Wednesday evening, but the Hyperpulse sets the top places on Thursday evening in a half-an-hour session at 8pm BST. Friday is a day off where the drivers take part in a traditional parade throughout the track. The race has varied its starting time on several occasions over the years, but it will start at 3pm BST this year. The main method is to watch it through the official Apple website. It costs £8.49 in the UK to access all sessions that are broadcast the full race. Alternatively, in the UK, the whole race will be broadcast on Eurosport. This means the excellent trio of Michael Haven, Graham Goodwin and Anthony Davidson should be on offer to all. Eurosport is available through Sky BT, Now TV, Amazon Prime, or through Eurosport players. So yeah, that's how you need to watch it. That's how you can watch it if you want it in the UK. But our final question on this year's race is probably the hardest to answer. Who will win it? Well, it's pretty certain it will be a Le Mans Hypercar that takes the victory. Which one will depend on entirely the balance of performance through the race. In the last few seasons, BAP changes have come as late as Friday of the race week. Toyota have dominated ever since Porsche and Audi quit the WEC at the end of 2016 and 17, but with a stronger BAP for its rivals 2022 as the FIA and ATO get more used to pegging cars back. It hasn't all gained its own way so far this season. While the 7 car of Kobayashi, Conway and Lopez, the reigning champions, won the last round at Spa, it wasn't smooth sailing for Toyota, with the other car retiring with a mechanical issue. To bring the first round of the season, it was a grandfathered Alpine LMP1 that emerged victorious, and Alpine currently tops both championships. So this win at Spa might actually push Toyota even further back in the BOP, especially if it shows a little too much in the early stages. This means that it will be an intriguing contest with a decent chance for any of the top teams to win if they keep it clean, and that's more important than ever. The big question though is, where is Ferrari and Peugeot this year? Peugeot was due to make its Le Mans debut this year, but it's delayed due to homologation, and the team decided not to race till Monza, the WEC round after Le Mans. This means it will make its Le Mans debut in 2023. Also set to make their debuts in 2023 is a whole host of teams, including Ferrari. They're missing this year, but next year's Le Mans will sure to be a banger with those teams involved. Hey guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, any thoughts, comments down below, follow us on Instagram for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel and subscribe, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.